Good morning. Here we are unloading the bikes off the cruiser at Glen Murray, which is about 45 kilometres from Port Waikato. My son Gordon is taking the cruiser back to Rotorua and collecting us in 7 days' time at PioPio. This is the first leg of my Port Waikato to Bluff route. We will do it in stages over the next couple of years. We may or may not get to Bluff, but we will have fun, seeing great country and meeting awesome people on the way. I have ridden most of the roads and trails we will use over the last 30 years, but never as a continuous route. Today is really a transition day to get us to the start at Port Waikato. We ride State Highway 22 to the Tuakau Bridge, where we turn off and follow the Waikato River on the Tuakau Bridge Port Waikato Road, all the way to Port Waikato. Notice the pampas grass. Even though there wasn't much climbing, the strong 38 km/h headwind all the way to Port Waikato made up for it. At the Port Waikato Wharf store, we stopped for ice creams and milkshakes for the others and a coffee for me. After our fuel up, it was time to head to the Port Waikato Holiday Park, where we had booked a very nice 2-bedroom unit. There was nowhere to buy cooked food as the takeaway shop was closed on Mondays, but we had brought freeze-dried meals for tea and breakfast food for the following morning. After we'd settled in, we went for a walk to the ocean beach. It doesn't look very wild in the video, but I assure you it was, with a very strong onshore wind. Well, that's the transition over. The real ride starts tomorrow. See you then. Good morning. After a very pleasant night at the Port Waikato Holiday Park, we awoke to a windy, cloudy with showers forecast day for our ride to Te Akau, where we will use Raglan harbour cruises to take us across the harbour to Raglan. Sue and I have ridden some of the route many years ago. I remember there being amazing rock formations. It'll be interesting to see how good my memory is. Once we leave Port Waikato village and turn towards Waikaretu, we have a short warm-up along the valley before we start on the first climb of the day and enter into the world of stunning rock formations. My memory was pretty good after all. When we turn off the Port Waikato to Waikaratu Road onto Pukiwera Road and climb up out of the valleys where we were sheltered, we experienced the full force of the wind. Sue nearly gets blown off her bike. It took some time to find a lunch spot out of the wind. In the end it was on the roadside with 4 yearlings for an audience. Raglan harbour cruisers going to moor the boat while we head straight to La La Land, which is open from 9 in the morning till 5 at night for the most amazing food and great coffee. Wow, that was some ride. The first part to Pukiwera Road with the rock formations was so much more amazing than I remember it. The wind on the coastal section was incredibly strong, but we all made it in one piece. Tomorrow we head to Kawhia. The last time we rode to there from here, it was on the tandem, and the gravel part of the road was horrible. Here's hoping it'll be better this time. Good night, and we'll see you in the morning. Good morning. The wind has dropped and the sun is shining. We had a very comfortable night at the studios at the Raglan Holiday Park, and I had one of the best steak meals I've had at the Raglan Hotel last night for tea. We're now heading off to the Stone Cow Cafe for breakfast. Breakfast was very nice and it's now time to start riding. We're not riding the coast road to Timata, but riding the roads we rode when we returned from the Bridal Veil Falls. We ride through some beautiful sections of native bush and get views of Aotea Harbour. As you can see by the trees, there's still a wind blowing, but nothing like compared to yesterday, and we found a lot more pleasant spot for lunch. We're now looking at the upper reaches of the Kawhia Harbour, just before we turn onto the Kawhia Road. Well, that's the gravel done and dusted for today, and I must say, it was beautiful, not like last time at all. We rode through town to the wharf and had a bit of a look around, then doubled back to the bakehouse and roast shop for coffee and goodies before going across the road to our motel. We returned later to get roast dinners as there was nothing else open in town and they were really nice and good value. A great day on the bike. Tomorrow we're having a rest day with just a short ride over to Ocean Beach where there is hot water if you dig in the sand. See you then. Good morning, today is a rest day and we thought we'd have a wander around the village then bike out to Ocean Beach where there is hot water if you dig in the sand. First off we take a walk to the wharf and then along the waterfront where we bumped into some friends of Nick and Trudy's, Russell and Lorraine. After lunch we rode out to Ocean Beach where Russell and Lorraine were soaking in the pool they'd dug. We had a nice coffee and a lovely dinner at the sands of Kawhia. Good night and thanks for watching the first part of this tour. Hopefully you'll join us for the second part to PioPio.